Gymnastic team at an HBCU is at Fisk University, and they're up and competing in their NCAA level with their first competition this weekend. Here's Coach Corrinne Tarver at Fisk.
You know, when you got the offer and the call saying, okay, we're going to start a gymnastics team here at Fisk University, the first HBCU with one, what were your thoughts about that?
A little shocked and surprised. I'd heard the announcement about adding the team, but I wasn't expecting to get a call like I did initially. So I was really excited about it and the prospect of what it could mean. So that was pretty significant.
And so you're not a newcomer to gymnastics yourself. You've had quite a history too.
Yes, I have. I was a gymnast at the University of Georgia, and I was the first Black gymnast to win the NCAA all-around championships. So nice history.
Oh, absolutely. Wonderful history. How is it now to mold these young minds and bodies into gymnasts? Obviously, many of them come to you from high school or transfers from other schools. How is it creating gymnasts from your experience and your knowledge and expertise as a coach?
It's different. It's a different generation. I was talking to people recently that, you know, this generation coming out of COVID and having dealt with the situations where they did, online classes and stuff, they have, I guess, a little bit of a different learning curve, I think, than past generations, because they weren't as social for such a long time when we had the pandemic. But other than that, it's just exciting. It's being able to help them with the experiences that I've had, the experiences that my assistant coaches have had, to help them to understand and navigate this new territory that college gymnastics is.
There have been, Coach, many African-American students who have wanted to go to HBCUs, but there was no gymnastics program. Now, are you seeing some of those students trickle into Fisk?
Yes, this past year we've had quite a few gymnasts who wanted that, both to have experience at college gymnastics and the HBCU. And so as soon as they heard Fisk was adding a team, began emailing and contacting the university, trying to find out as much information as possible. So, and we're also seeing it with the recruiting for our next couple of classes, those athletes that are really interested in being a part of an HBCU.
And when they arrive there to have that HBCU experience, feeling, and also be able to perform in gymnastics, what was that like for them? How have they reacted? What kind of reaction did they give you as students?
Well, I think they're excited about it. They love the fact that they have an entire team that pretty much looks like them and goes through a lot of the same experiences that they have gone through or are going through. So for them, I think they love the fact that they can walk around and see so many people who look like them. For many gymnasts, they come from programs where they may be the only one. So they're always used to being like, the girl on the team or the girl a part of the program. So here they're one of, so it makes them feel a little bit more inclusive.
Now you're entering the arena of some major competition, and things won't be light for you. You've got to compete just like anyone else. Are you a bit nervous taking your girls out into the world and saying, here they are, here's our product?
I'm a little nervous, but more because they're so young. We don't have the benefit of having upperclassmen who have experienced this, and so they can help the underclassmen navigate it. So for the most part, all of our girls are either freshmen, first time competing gymnastics, or sophomores. So we don't have a lot of history, I guess you could say, because college gymnastics is a very different animal than the club programs they come from. So the nervousness is more about helping them to navigate. So, you can always tell people what it is, but until they experience it, sometimes it doesn't really hit them.
Are you ever concerned, or are you concerned now as you enter into competition, collegiate competition with your team, that there may be some racism that you experience? Or do you think you won't see that?
I can't say we won't see it. I will say this much, that the college gymnastics world, really the gymnastics world in general, has really embraced Fisk. I mean, there's so many people who are so excited about bringing Fisk into the college realm and having an HBCU. I've gotten so many emails, calls, just from people all over the country, different college coaches all over the country who are so excited about this program and giving us well wishes and helping us out, anything that they can do to help us. So I think generally speaking, the world is excited about us, or the gymnastics world. But there's always a chance that racism will come into play. It may be more subtle. It may be things like our scores being a little bit lower than maybe they would be if we were a PWI. But it's kind of hard to prove that. So I'm hoping that we don't run into that, but I'm not going to be surprised if we do.
And what is your first competition?
We are competing in Las Vegas in the Super 16 or Sweet 16. No, Super 16, I think it is competition. They just announced the name yesterday. So it is a competition with 16 of the top teams in the country, including some of the past national champions will be there, as well as 3 of the Olympians will be there. So it's a big competition. We're kind of putting them in there, putting them right out there.
All right, Coach Corrinne Tarver from Fisk University. Wish you guys the best of luck. Congratulations, and thank you for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored tonight.